What's up, my good friends? You know what I'm saying? Just you get that somebody like texts you that little symbol. You know, what I mean? Originally when I first saw it, I was like, I didn't know this motherfucker was religious. You know what I mean? You too, man. Then I realized it's just like, amen. You know what I mean? I don't know. Good vibes, man. Peace be with you. So this is like the karmic motorcycle. This guitar right here. I'm gonna tell you why, right? So Guitkit all week long. Me and my daughter, we had plans. We're going to swap meet. You know what I mean? We had everything planned out for a Saturday morning for swap meet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We were just set on it all week long. And Friday was a gorgeous day, beautiful day. Saturday, all foggy. You know what I mean? All foggy, bullshit. It's all right, man. We're gonna salvage this day. We're gonna salvage this day. You know, we get in the car. We go to McDonald's. We're gonna salvage the day, right? Get out there to swap meet. We see little raindrops starting to fall. What the fuck, man? We're gonna salvage this day, man. We're gonna salvage this day. You know what I mean? I get to the swap meet, and I see a guy with a guitar very similar looking to this, like a mysterious figure carrying that in like a little frying pan. You know what I mean? Oh, I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Maybe the swap meet isn't that, you know what I mean? Isn't that bad at all? You know what I mean? So I'm walking around. Where did that come from? Couldn't find no guitars anywhere. I turn the corner and I see this like homeless looking man, like he had like a paper bag and shit with a Fender Stratocaster inside. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't find guitars anywhere, man. You know, my daughter's starting to like see, like, man, feeling bad for me, like, I can't really drive, you know what I mean? I'm only 12, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a heart attack, you know? So we're going to swap meet, you know what I mean? I didn't find nothing. I was visibly depressed. My daughter was just felt bad. She was like, my daughter almost started crying, you know what I mean? She's like, I thought I was your good luck charm, you know? I was like, no, I don't think that for a second, you know? Then we went to the vending machines where she likes to like, put her quarters in. Put a quarter in, shit didn't come out. So I go up to this machine, I shake the shit out of the fucking machine, the little ball comes out. Oh, look, I got a little squishy. He's like, good. So we turn the corner, and there's a little toy shop we're going to on vacation. I'm like, what? Cool, man. So we get back in the car, we're like, we're not gonna let this break our stride, you know. So we go to the next swap meet. There's another one all the way down, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, like, the sun came up. And we get to the other swap meet, and it was sunny, it was beautiful, it was hot, you know what I mean? It was great. Had some tomato plants, you know, we got to explore it. But, you know what I mean, other than, you know what I mean, other than just bad vibes, you know what I mean? Just for some reason, something was off. You know, my daughter's like, I'll buy you ice cream, Daddy. And bought me ice cream. And the sun was real hot. It melted all like red ice cream all over her brand new like Adidas tracksuit and all over her Adidas sneakers. And I was like, oh man, we can't catch a break. You know what I mean? So I got my tomato plants. I'm out of there. So the next morning, my daughter like knocks on my door. Hey, we beat the tide. Let's beat the tide. So we're going to Columbus. It's like, Columbus, huh? It's like double or nothing. That's the best swap meet in the world. I was like, Columbus, right? We go out to Columbus. Guitar left and right. I found a picture of the Beatles from a negative. You know what I mean? John Lennon sitting there. You know what I mean? Playing like 1966 with George Harrison. Incredible stuff, man. I got 3 incredible guitars. When the last guitar, the last minute of the swap meet, I see this odd figure holding a frying pan with all this crap around him. That's the guitar right there that started everything the day before the other swap meet, like an hour and 20 minutes away. And there he was. He was like, looking for something, my friend? Perhaps this guitar? And there it was. A United, late 40s, early 50s, piece of shit guitar. This one looks like that there was like a family of mice, like a large family of mice living in it. There's like a pile of like mice shit that's like as big as like a tennis ball, you know what I mean? It's huge. But is a true barn find. A true barn find. Like if I ever see one, I bet you we can get it cleaned up. Bet you we can make it look like gold. You know, because this is a karmic. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I'm saying, just a symbol, like, you know what I mean? That great circle in the sky keeps spinning around. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes both. I'm gonna flip you around. We're gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna show you that big pile of rat shit, because I know you like that kind of stuff. You know, a little bit. I'm just kidding. I love you, just the way you are. 1, 2, 3. And there it is. It's a dream of mine to turn a rat carcass into a souffle. Look at this, man. Terrible condition, man. Look at that. Like a rat sitting on there. Like, I'm just taking shit right here. Look at this. I want you to see that. See a little bit of it in there. See it? I'm gonna try to shuffle it all into the front, man. I want you to see the full effect, man. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that disgustingness. Look at all that rat shit. It's like board of health, man. That is like, I can smell it. Oh, man. Look at that. There's so much fucking mouse shit in here. It's like fucking Mickey's running a little brothel in here or something, bro. Oh, Minnie, just take a shit wherever you fall. It doesn't matter. Haha. Just keep on banging up that dope. Now don't be stingy with it, bitch. Get my fix on. Mickey's Flop House, man. This is just a parody. If you're Disney, don't take any mind. Hey, listen, I'm just kidding around, man. I love Walter. Listen to that, man. You must be like, ooh, look at that. That's an amazing amount of fucking rat shit, man. Can't we get this guy back into a condition? This is like when he was diarrheaing off the side. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Disgusting, man. Let's see if we can turn this into a gem, man. You know what I'm saying? Overnight transformations. I'll see you in the laboratory. We'll take these strings off. Right? Take them off. You know what I'm saying? They've seen a lot of action. And they don't want to talk about it anymore. Welcome back to the laboratory. At last, here we are. So, here we are, man. This is a fucking disgusting, you know what I mean, video photography or whatever we're doing here does not do justice to the amount of fucking scum and just fucking scum on this guitar, man. Just disgusting, man. It's really, really fucked up. Like horrendous. However, other than that, it's in pretty good shape physically. There's some structural damage that has to be, you know what I mean, reconciled right here. So all the piss got stored up in the corner there. You know what I mean? It looks like it's mid-50s. Right when they started putting the steel truss rods in there, before they had the little thing that said steel. Is like when just, you know, the first sticker they had. The reason I say that is, look, these are brass. These are nice. I mean, in the 60s when things got crazy, they used like just, you know what I mean, galvanized steel. But everything here, the fittings, everything's brass. It's got that, you know what I mean, black chrome finish. So it's like, you know, I forget what that's called. It's like a black oxide or something like that. Oxide finish, some shit, man. Carbon oxide. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's like a 50s kind of thing. There are some screws, you know what I mean? This has got to be rebent. I mean, that's always like a fucking nail biter, man. It's even got brass tacks in there, man. Done the brass tacks. So let's fucking not, you know what I mean, put off the fucking inevitable. Let's bend this back to, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, fucked up condition, right? I'll show you the tools I use right after I do it. I'm going to do it in there very carefully. Right. Got it straight. Of course, we had to pop this guy off just so we didn't damage it. It was kind of like a multi-fracture. Bent kind of two ways. But we did it without ruining anything, which is good, man. Snapping this is really easy. Very, very easy. These are the turtles we use, primarily this in the beginning, and then this is just sort of straighten it out at the end. You know what I mean? Just straighten it. So if you look at it, there's a little bit of like scuffed up marks. See, there's a little scuffed up there. This stuff I got, I don't know, about 20 years ago. You can use it and put on like a brand new penny and make it look like real dark and dirty. You know, it's weird. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on this. It's like a Vaseline. I don't even want to, like, you really know what it is. I don't even know what it's made out of. It looks like Vaseline. Maybe like I paid like $3 or $4 for it 25 years ago. I can't even get the top off. One-handed, man. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Let's just smear that on there a little bit. It'll darken up all that fucked up stuff. Darken everything up, and I'll show you that in 1 second. You see that? Weird compound, man. I don't even know what it is. Strange, man. Let me turn the flash off, because that's a little bit more dramatic. See that? There you see. Get rid of all that surgery drama. For the most part, you know what I mean? So let's glue this guy back on with some crazy glue. Pipe it in there a little bit. Stick this guy on there. I'll see you then, people. See that? Works like a charm, like a champion. Happy times are here. Hear that, man? It's a miracle. Look at all that shit, man. Look at all that shit, man. It's filthy beast, man. It's just covered with shit inside of it, man. Covered with shit, man. Yeah. Oh. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring this out to the garage, man. We're open the garage door. We'll take our shop vac, bring it outside the garage, right? We're going to stick the old shop vac tube inside there, man. We're just going to suck all that shit out, man. Get shit sucking, fucking vacuum. And when that's accomplished, right, we're going to take all the remnants inside of the old vacuum, put it in a bag and dispose of it outside. We don't want to bring that back in here, man. Say goodbye to Hollywood. So I'll see you after we've been, you know what I mean, extricated of the major shitstorm. Extricate me! Help me! Help me! I'm gonna get you, W. Just relax, relax. Don't touch anything. You're not really certified as a pilot. I made up that little certificate as a birthday greeting card. So I want you to see this before I vacuum it out. You see that? Let's go on this side. All kinds of acorns and stuff in there. You know what that means? Chipmunks. This is chipmunk shit. This thing was infested by chipmunks. Alton Simon Theodore. So let's vacuum it out right now. Alright. So now we've pretty much extricated all the like nuts and bolts, right? But there's still lots of things hanging on the top there, right? So, you know what I mean? Serves its purpose. Hey, man, what are you making fun of my shop vac for? What do you mean it's old? I know it's old. Hey, man, talk about it. Outside the garage, you know what I mean? We don't want to blow that stuff around. We're going to dump all that chipmunk shit, all Simon's projects, you know what I mean, into a bag, leave it outside. You know what I'm saying? I was going to wear a mask, but, you know what I mean, I'm like anti-mask now that COVID's over. You know what I mean? I don't wear a mask for nobody. So we're going to pretty much, after we're done with that, we're going to go inside, right? And we're going to get like a little, ooh, sounds like a storm out there. Get a little cloth, you know, a little damp cloth, wipe up all that shit. Take a look inside again with the phone to make sure it looks clean. And we'll let it dry out. I'll see it then, or darn. Look at that. We didn't even use a wet cloth, we used a dry cloth. Look at this guy. Clean. We're back in action. So, the big thing that we got to worry about now is this. Come on, Simon. Let's just take a shit right off the strings.
I don't know, Theodore. That's a bad idea. Dave comes home and he's going to get mad as fuck.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take, so you see that Made in the USA stamp there. We're going to take a little bit of bleach, right? And we're going to put it on a magic erase sponge.
Just wipe that off liberally. Get it wet with water first. I'll see when that's done, right? Right? I'll see in a moment. One moment. Oh, there we go, man. We got most of this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Let it dry. Took the opportunity also to sort of bleach this thing, right? Bleach is a very powerful thing. We had a brand new, you know what I mean, with these magic erase sponges, right? We just sort of got all that shit off of there, right? And we'll let this dry, you know what I mean, until it's like totally, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We don't see nothing because the organic matter will, you know what I mean, disappear as the bleach dries. And that's how it works. So on this, I'm just going to take a little rag and just going to wipe it out with water because we don't really want bleach to sit on here, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let it dry and I'll see you then. At that period, right? Then. Alright, so it's pretty much dried. We wiped off the whole top, you know what I mean? Bleached a couple little areas, right? So what we want to do now is to sort of wipe off all the rest of the schmutz all over the place. Because even handling all these, you know, animal shit, it gets all, you know what I mean? You gotta like brush your clothes off and stuff because it's just disgusting, you know. So let's just take a wet cloth just with water and just get the rest of this shit off of it, right? And then let's bring this guy outside, let it air out because that chlorine bleach like worked up some of that old, you know, squirrel piss, you know what I mean? It's starting to, you know, fumes are starting to ease out of my guitar. I'm feeling a little. So it's the next day. We headed outside just today. Beautiful afternoon. All afternoon. It's all dried out in there. You know what I mean? Looks a lot better than it did. Doesn't smell like any kind of urine or urine byproduct. It's clean. We wiped it all. You know, I'm pretty free of all this stuff. So let's talk about structural integrity. Let's talk about this right here. See how this is sort of out of play, man. It's a little bit off. Structurally, it's not 1,000%. So we're gonna pump a lot of glue in there. We're gonna put a pipe clamp on here, put some pressure. We're gonna He-Man this guy back where it's supposed to be. Lots of glue. Clamp it. I'll see you when that's done. All right. So I got this bent pipe clamp, one of my favorites. One of those happy accidents in life. You know what I mean? Kind of gives it a weird sort of ability to, you know what I mean, flex, especially with guitar. So it's totally level. You know what I mean? The finger test, and then we got it clamped down tight to the side here, right? We'll let that set for, I don't know, half a day, however long it takes there. You'll get tired, Noriega. You'll submit, and I'll win. Meanwhile, get the Secret Service. Give me some pitted dates. Dates noir. Thank you. Alright, so it's the next day, approximately 23 hours later. We're going to take this guy off and see if we've done well. I mean, I'm okay to admit my failures. Let's see if it's a success or failure. So we're down totally. We're down totally. It's a new ball game. There's a little dent here where the instrument has met the curb once or twice, but other than that, there's no more. Solid, man. All right, so let's flip this over and let's continue with our resurrection of the wonderfulness of it. What we want to do now is put a piece like wax paper underneath this, take a piece of steel whorl, and just try to get this heave-ho shining again. Look at how crusty and dusty that is. It's not very nice at all. You know what I'm saying? Let me take the flash off because I want to show you without shining a light on it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. It's disappointing if you're like, you know what I mean, looking for shine, man. Let's shine it up and I'll see them. That's spectacular if you're into the monkeys, man. Oh, beautiful. So, we got a couple more little things to do, man. A couple more little things to do. Let's move up to this end, man. See this, man? This thing is peeling off. It's all fucked up. Looks like if you study it, I want you to study like I studied it, man. Looks like it's like one of those old adhesive postage stamp kind of things. So technically, I mean, if I get it wet, it should stick down. But I'm going to put a little bit of glue. You know what I mean? Maybe some wood glue. And just sort of ease these little pieces that are stuck down, back down to the wood. Try to clean it off a little tiny bit. See in a moment. Not bad. A little bit better. Let's take a black furniture marker and just fill in these two scuffs right here. One down here too. Maybe we'll try to attempt to. Just fill them in. Just those. Nothing else. You see that? Now it looks classy. Now generally at this point I'd be like, let's get spray down some of this Dollar Tree furniture polish and have a good time. I'm going to skip that right now. I'm just going to go right to the mom's cleaner wax. It's called cleaner wax, right? I don't really want to spray this thing anymore, you know what I mean? We're already at, shabby chic. I just want rustic relic. You know what I'm saying? Slightly rustic relic. Right? I see we're all churned up, man. Churned to make you happy. Sure enough. So now we're all sheeny, shiny, purdy. Really, there's like a world of difference. You know what I mean? World of difference. A little bit of cleaner wax. And the cool thing about cleaner wax is you wax it up, you wipe it off. You come back like 10 minutes later and you'll see like something's like frosted over again. You know what I mean? Like dirt, scum or something like that. And you just wipe that shit off again. It'll be like holy shiny. It penetrates like any scum. You know what I'm saying? And it just sort of turns the scum into shine, man. Well, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? We clean this guy off real good as well. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of a matte finish thing. He's starting to like all flake off. You know what I mean? On the little damp rag. So, we got him taken care of. So how do we string her up, man? I promised a whole new set of strings. Sometimes I lie. Today I'm actually being really benevolent. Oh, look at that, man. It's coppers, man. This flash is like real serious this episode, man. It's like hyper intensive, you know what I'm saying? I just can't get my, you know what I mean? My phone's just focused on what it needs to be focused on. Just the unimportant stuff. Anyway, so I've squawked and I've talked and I've held your hand down the path of misery. You know what I'm saying? From the clutches of Elizabeth, New Jersey, I'm going to string it out with some coppers. You know what I'm saying? Coppers always sort of make like a dull sounding instrument sound a little bit more acoustic-y. In my opinion. Right? In my honest opinion, IMHO, man. Right? That's what it means. So now you mean it. Let's get it all strung up. And I'll see you at the Glamour War shots. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you there. See that? This is all hyper intensive. I'm trying to get like a meaningful shot for you. You know what I'm saying? There's the meaningful shot right there. Money shot. See you at the Glamour War shots. And there it is, folks. This is quite possibly my finest basic, you know what I'm saying, United low-end guitar. One of the stencil guitar. You can stencil on whatever you wanted here as a name brand. Order 400 of them. And get them at, $10 a piece. I don't know what the deal was, man. But it's in remarkable condition. Just, a couple of dings and dangs here. A true barn find. You know what I mean? A true barn stored item. You know what I mean? Which was once a rodent, flop house, is now an actual, contender for one of the finest United instruments other than that Royal Classical. I'm saying the low end. These are loosely based off of the old, Oscar Schmidt bottom of the barrel Stella, their bottom line, and a lot of the people came from Oscar Schmidt over to United. You know what I'm saying? They brought the ideas. And of course, Harmony took the idea for the 929 from the original. That's another story for another day. So it's clean, man. It sounds great. It sounds real solid. All the pieces are there in great condition. The action is nice. You know what I'm saying? For these guys, usually the action is like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Just playing a song breaks your hand. But, we have that original Bakelite plastic bridge is still there. And it's in good condition. You know what I'm saying? Everything, the tuners are all, working with us now. You know what I'm saying? We got it all together, man. Talked a lot. So let's hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to it. Let's enjoy it together. All right? No more apartism. United we stand, divided we fall. Let's hear it. And then we'll say, peace be with you. Peace be with you forever. Always. You know, I try to put it past me. I try to get past it. Well, I just can't sort of forgive the fact that she laughed at my shop vac. That was a fucking part of my inheritance from my grandfather. My step-grandfather. It hurts a man's pride when one of his friends laughs at one of his tools. Remember that. Laughing at my shop vac. Intonation on this E string, but when you play G, it sounds good. You know what I mean? So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about haters. Haters suck, man. They do, man. Now, it's no secret that my page has like 4 or 5 people that watch it regularly. I'm being like, you know what I'm saying, very like positive with that number 5. It's probably more like 4. And one of them is like me checking to make sure it came out well. I don't know, there's a variety of reasons that somebody would hate on me, you know what I mean? I'm not a very good guitar player, right? They waited a half hour to see somebody come up and they're thinking, oh, fucking Eddie Van Halen. You got Eddie Van Halen guitar that looks like this. Really? Are you? And like 77% of all my guitars kind of look like this, right? It's a joke, man. Maybe people hate on me because I make fun of George H.W. and George W. Bush sometimes. That's satire. That's like, you know what I mean? A caricature. I love President Bush 1 and 2. They're heroes to me. And they are. American heroes. Every president. Like Franklin Pierce. Rutherford B. Hayes. Millard Fillmore. He's a little bit messed up with his intonation, though, Fillmore. Every, like, maybe 1 out of 10, you know, likes or dislikes on one of my videos is a dislike. And I only get like an average, like 3 people even choosing like or like. So I see it's like 66.6%. And I was like, who's the hater? And I watched the video and I cry about it. I said, oh, why would somebody hate on this? It's so funny. You know, but now I don't give a fuck anymore. Because haters, they're gonna hate. But they're probably home. Right? So, LA proved too much for the man. So he's going back to find a simple pace and time. He's leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. I gotta live in this world and without you in mind. That little chord was a little messed up by the weird intonation on that, man. I promise you. The pride of Elizabeth, New Jersey. You know what I mean? Trash to cash. A real barn find. United. You know what I'm saying? That's a standard fare. Millions of these produced. Or maybe like 100,000. Something like that. Peace be with you. See you next time. If there is a next time.